Hey, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. It is Justice for Comics. It's time to review the comic books coming out next Wednesday, January 15th. This gives you some time to prepare. If there's a few books that look interesting to you that you want to pick up, it gives you time to maybe call your local comic book shop, see if they have it online. Obviously, Midtown might have it for sale, a couple other online retailers. So we're going to use Midtown here as our proxy to look at the books that are coming out. This list comes out every Wednesday, usually in the afternoon, highlighting the books that are coming out the following Wednesday. So it does give you some time to prepare. And of course, if you're really ahead of the game, you can pre order these books like I try to do. On not all of them, but quite a few. I try to pre order. So let's dive into it here. We're looking first off at Dark Horse Comics, Behemoth #1. This is a new #1 from Dark Horse. Might be worth flipping through to see if it's any good. I don't know. Another familiar book that we've purchased in the past is Canto: A Place Like Home, issue 6. The A cover there by Zucker. There is a kind of an old throwback cover there by Flops, the B cover. And there is an incentive cover. I think that is a 1 in 10, might be a 1 in 15, maybe a 1 in 15 cover there by Dejet. All three still available. What else we got? I'm not going to highlight everything. I think that was it from Dark Horse. There's a Neil Gaiman book. Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos. That B cover looks interesting by Philip Bond. I kind of like the drawing perspective of that. Looks kind of cool. There is a new #1 also, Shadow of the Golden Crane. Looks like a Hellboy type book or a tie-in to Hellboy. And Space Usagi White Star Rising issue 3. Um, yeah, I kind of dig the Space Usagi books or any of the Usagi books, especially if they have a really cool cover. I do like the one in, I think this is a 1 in 10 incentive cover by Jennifer Meyer, rather. I dig her artwork. Check out her Instagram. She is perfect for illustrating like children's books, but she's also really, really the right fit for certain characters. And I think Usagi, she's done several Usagi covers in the past, like actually many of them, and she continues to be a fan favorite. I love this cover, and the fact that Midtown is asking 22.50 for a book that should be costing $10 goes to show you that there's definitely demand for that incentive cover. So I definitely pre-ordered that one. Summer Shadows #4. I don't know much about that book, but kind of a cool. I like those red covers. That one looks nice. DC Comics, good old Action Comics. I'm not really collecting that. 609 Facsimile. I've got several copies of the original, so that's probably nothing I'll pick up. But you know, if you don't have that one and you don't want to buy the original, I don't think the original is that expensive. It might be a $15 book. Let's see what else we got here. Batman, Superman, The World's Finest. I don't really care for any of those. Not a lot of DC that I thought was interesting. I don't think I'm picking up anything from DC next week. Even on pre-orders, I can't recall that I pre-ordered anything. Um, yeah, I can't even say there's any really interesting covers. Maybe New Gods #2. I think I may have pre-ordered the acetate cover. I think I may have pre-ordered that one. I think the Christian Ward cover is pretty good too. Actually, the A cover is not bad either. I like Malavia's artwork. I've highlighted his art in the past. He's come a long way. He was just doing store exclusives for a while, so he's made it over into the mainstream, working for DC now, doing a lot of their covers. Good for him. But I think the acetate might be really cool. Um, Nightwing number 122. There's a nice Dan Panosian cover. Yasmin Putri snowboard cover. Question All Along the Watchtower issue 3. The Perio cover's nice. That one's decent. But yeah, I'm not really picking up a lot of DC, and that's it for DC. Moving on to Dynamite Entertainment, Space Ghost number 9. Nice Matina cover, nice Barins cover. Kind of like that Virgin Barins cover. That one's nice. I don't collect Space Ghost. I mean, I guess if I was a big Space Ghost aficionado, I probably would. IDW Publishing. Man, I don't think there was hardly anything from them next week. Yeah, just like 3 books. Not something I would pick up. Image. Kind of a light week next week. Not too much for the independents. Image Comics. Doll Parts at Love Sick Tale issue 2. There's a couple nice looking covers. I don't know. I'm not really reading that series, so I'm going to probably not pick it up. Feral number 9. Yeah, the 1 in 15 cover looks cool. By Adriana Mello. G.I. Joe number 3. I am picking up the C cover by Villa-Lobos. I think that's a really cool cover. The Finch cover is decent as well. I think I like the Finch cover. I actually don't care for the A cover. I think that one's the worst of the bunch. So, yeah, I think if I had to go with one cover, it would be the Villa-Lobos cover. The Nakayama cover is not bad either. Although those legs look very unrealistic. I don't think that pose could be pulled off there. I don't know. I think the Villa-Lobos cover looks the best. So that's the one I'm picking up. By the way, I went back and completed my run on Transformers, the Image Transformers run. I was missing some of the key issues. I was looking for issue number 1. I remember buying like a foil variant of issue number 1. I can't seem to find it in all my boxes. I don't know what I did with it. Don't you hate it when you can't find a book that you are pretty darn sure you have, but yet you can't find it? Gunslinger Spawn number 39. By the way, Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, I just read it last night. I thought it was fantastic. The art, the story, it is really, really, really good. So highly recommend picking that up, especially if you can get the, well, I doubt you're going to find this one. This one's pretty good. If you can find the McFarlane cover, the Todd McFarlane sketch, I got this for $90. And yeah, I could easily sell it for over 300 right now. Pretty easily. I think there was an auction that just sold a couple days ago for like 355. So yeah, that is definitely a hot book at the moment. And the story and the art are just absolutely fantastic in it. So I think Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger is one you want to make sure you pick up. Horizon Experiment Finders Keepers. These are all one-shots. Tula Lotte cover is nice. There's also a Virgin foil cover for $22.50. And I think that does it for Image. There's Lucky Devils. There's a Brian Brown glitter variant cover. I don't know. That series, Charles Soule, I mean, he did that 8 Billion Genies. I thought it was okay. I don't know. There's a lot of people that think that team is so great. I don't think it's that fantastic. I don't know. I'm not picking it up. There's so many other books I'd rather buy than that one. Scorch 37. Nice Barins cover. The Moon is Following Us, number 5. I do like that B cover by Johnson. Very cool. I like that one. Witchblade number 7. Definitely a book that's going to be hot. And by the way, that's Silvestri. Yeah, that's definitely an homage to an X-Men book. The Brood X-Men book. I can't remember what number it was. But yeah, this Brett Booth cover, it's a 1 in 50. So it's priced just a little bit above ratio. That's a tough book to find. I was able to find one online retailer out of Canada, and thank God the Canadian dollar sucks versus the US dollar. So I was able to get it for about 40 bucks. With shipping, it might have been like 45 bucks. So I got it under just under ratio. But $58 is not bad. If I look on eBay, it's like $80 to $90 for this book. There's a couple listings only. So it's going to be one of those books that not a lot of retailers are going to order 50 copies of Witchblade. Witchblade doesn't sell that great. Um, it's a really good cover. I mean, it's total cover buy. I don't collect that series, and I don't really care about the Witchblade character, but that cover is absolutely fire, no doubt about it. And I could see that book doing well just because there's a lot of people that will try to hunt that cover down. So 58 bucks, that might be a good pickup. I could see that being an $80 to $100 book real quick. That does it for Image. Rest are hardcovers and trade paperbacks. Moving on to Marvel, Alien Paradiso #2. I didn't pick up the first issue. This is not a series that I'm going to read really, but man, I love that Ryan Brown cover. I did grab that for a little over 20 bucks. Midtown still has it for 22.50. That's priced pretty good. I went on eBay and looked. eBay, the cheapest I saw it was like 37. So it's definitely not a book that I think is so easy to find. If your LCS has it for 25 or less, especially if it's under 20, if it's under 20 bucks, I would pick it up. I just think it's a cool cover. It might be a good read. I like the Alien books overall. I've read a lot of them. I think most of the time they're pretty good. But that cover is by Ryan Brown is just awesome, grotesque. I mean, it's cool. I like it. I like that cover a lot. So that is definitely one of the covers that I like for next week for sure. Avengers Assemble. I'm not really picking. I don't think there's a whole lot of Marvel books I'm picking up next week. I didn't see a whole lot other than that Alien book. Oh, there is one other book. Incredible Hulk 21. I like the A cover there by Nick Klein. And it's been a good read lately. I tell you, I've read the last couple issues. I think 18 through 20 I've read. And I like the storyline. I think it's really good. It kind of reminds me of when Al Ewing took over Incredible Hulk a couple of years ago, and made it more of a horror type comic book. So yeah, I like that. I like that A cover. There's also a decent looking D cover by Martin Simmons. Very cool. I like that cover too. But yeah, the A cover, definitely like the A cover quite a bit. Laura Kinney, Wolverine #2. There is a nice Villa-Lobos cover. And if you really like that cover, I mean, you really like it, there is a 1 in 100 Virgin variant of it. I like it. It's good. I mean, Villa-Lobos is hit or miss for me. That one's okay. I mean, it's a solid B cover. I think it's if I gave it a grade, it would be a B, which is good. If you want to see a really good Villa-Lobos cover, check out the upcoming Magic number. I think it's issue 3 of Magic. That Villa-Lobos cover is an A plus for sure. This one is not near as good, so it's okay. I mean, it's a solid B. It's a good cover, but yeah, it's not gonna force me to buy that. It's not as good as it's not good for me to spend $90. Let's put it that way. Rogue of the Savage Land #1. Bunch of covers there. I mean, a lot of covers. Got an animation cover. I can see people wanting to get that one. Recent X-Men animation that came out last year. There is a Bradshaw cover. There's an Adam Hughes foil cover. That one's pretty cool. There's a Lozano cover. That one's nice. That's a 1 in 25. There's a 1 in 50 by Pena for $36. They got the under ratio. And there's the 1 in 100 by J. Scott Campbell. I'm not a big J. Scott Campbell fan. I know there are a lot of people that are, so that might be a book that will be sought after. I think he's a nice guy. I've watched the videos with him and Comic Tom. Nice guy. He seems very, very down to earth. Seems like a real pleasant chap. But I'm not really into his art style. Just yeah, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? That's the way it goes. Spirits of Vengeance #5, the Gonzo cover is cool. I think I pre-ordered that one. That one looks cool. I like that cover. I like that style of art. Let's see here. Storm #4. There's a That's an homage cover. I think I have the original of that. I think it's like X-Men number 110, 115. I don't know. One of the early 1 through 110 or something. I know I can't remember what issue it is, but I know I have it in my collection. Yeah, it's a classic Doom cover. I think it's Doom and Storm on the cover though, right? Yeah, this one's got the Fantastic Four on the cover with Doom. The Darby cover's nice, or Darbo cover's nice. Nakayama looks okay. I kind of like the NetEase cover too. That one looks cool. I think the NetEase one could be popular, so that might be one to look at. Ultimate Wolverine #1, continuing the storyline from the Ultimate Universe year in review, was it, or year in one? Yeah, that came out a few months ago. The Cappuccino, I don't know. Is that how you pronounce his name? Capicio? I don't. I say cappuccino. It looks like cappuccino. I know that's not how you pronounce it. There's no N in the name, but it looks like cappuccino to me. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but that one looks pretty cool. There's a nice Francis Yu cover of Omega Red. Yeah, there's some cool covers. There's a Bermejo cover that looks pretty cool. There's a Steve Croce. There is a 1 in 50 Delato cover, and notice the price is $31.50. That tells me there must have been a lot of pre-orders on this book for the price to get that low. Plus, I think there's some store variants, quite a few store variants. So that's going to drive down the price on the incentives. I pre-ordered this for $40. Yeah, it's a little under that. Oh well. The 1 in 100 though is really cool by Bermejo. If you're a big Bermejo fan, I think that's definitely one of those books that you just buy it and stick it away, and I don't know, maybe 30 years from now it'll be worth something. Who knows? What if Galactus transformed Moon Knight? There's a bunch of different covers there. Um, I don't know. I don't know which one I like best. I don't think I'm picking that up though. Another Spider-Man book. I don't think anyone's going to buy that either. And that's it. Hardcovers and trade paperbacks only. Last but not least is the independent books. What do we got here? Whoa, Alien Armageddon 1944 B cover. It's not censored, and Midtown decided not to censor that as well. So that one, yeah, you've got a little swastika behind there too. So that could be a hot book. I, I wouldn't be surprised if that one does well. Um, Deliver Us from Evil. What do we got here? This looks like Devil's Dominion Deluxe Edition. That's sold out for $9. Let's see here. Grim Fairy Tales presents Tales of Terror issue #1. The Black Angel statue. There is a 1 in 20 cover. They usually put a nice, sexy cover on one of those. Howl #1. I do like this Unlockable by Bill Koeb. Is it Koeb? 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 I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, it looks cool. I like that one. We're getting near the end here. There's not too much left. Minor Arcana issue 5. Jeff Lemire. I'm not really reading this, but I did pre-order the F cover here. It's a 1 in 25 cover by Sebastian Firamira. I'm a big fan of Firamira's art. I think he's fantastic. Another great cover by him. Let's see what else we got here. Night Slashers #3. That's it. I think that's it. Resurgence of the Valiant Universe. Yeah. Oh, Rock and Roll Biographies, Lincoln Park, that one shot. This is an incentive by Suspiria Vilches. And I think it's yeah, it's a metal cover. I did pre-order that book, by the way, for like 20 bucks a couple months ago. Oh, Sectors #3. I did pick up that first issue. There was a cool homage to that Jim Lee X-Men 216, and it looks like I'm not surprised. The homage cover, obviously, that's an homage to New Mutants number. What is it? New Mutants number 89. I can't remember what number. No, number 100. New Mutants number 100. Right, first appearance and first cover appearance of Cable. So there you go. You got a nice little Cable homage. That sold out at Midtown. Skin Police. I'm surprised this C cover. These little Bronze Age variant covers have been selling out very consistently every time they come up, but I guess this one hasn't yet. It probably will in the next few hours. I don't know some of these books. U.S. Comics. Yeah, I'm not familiar with some of this stuff, guys. There's just so many independent books these days. I can't keep up on all of it. Some of it looks cool. Sometimes there's some cool covers. I think the last cover I'm going to mention is Wind, Power of the Blood #2. I do like this Jorge Corona Virgin variant. I did pre-order that one. That one looks really cool. I like that cover. I just think the art's really good. I'm not really reading Wind. I know it's a James Tynion book. Yeah, he's a good writer. I think Something is Killing the Children is a great story. I think he's done a good job building the characters, building out the storyline there. But a lot of his stuff just falls flat for me lately. So I'm not buying this for anything other than the cover. I do like that cover. The 1 in 20 incentive looks pretty good too. But yeah, I like the 1 in 10 the best. I think there by Corona. You Won't Feel a Thing #1. This is a Jock and Scott Snyder production. Distillery. I think it's just a one shot. There's a nice, sexy Lotte cover. Yeah, there's several covers here. Jay Lee cover looks kind of cool. There's a blank variant and a even sexier Lotte cover, which is sold out. So there you go. All right, guys, that's what I had for you. Those are the books coming out next Wednesday. That gives you a nice little preview, gives you some time to make plans, check with your local comic book shops, see if they've got those books in stock. That's all I had for you this evening. I should be able to do a live stream this week. Tomorrow, I don't have any plans tomorrow evening. It's been very cold here in Florida. We've had a really cold weather snap. I know we're not getting snow like a lot of you in the north are getting, but for us Florida people, it gets down in the 30s and 40s. We think it's absolute freezing. So I may have to cover the plants in the next few days. I think it's going to get really cold in the next by the weekend. I think it's supposed to get real cold. So that means no golf for me. I don't like to golf when it's cold. I can't feel my hands very well, and it makes it hard to strike the ball. And by the way, the ball doesn't go very far. It doesn't go as far in cold weather. So yeah, so I probably won't be playing much golf this week. Other than that, I'll try to do more live streams. Check out my Instagram. I'm continuing to do posts. I just did a really cool post on Dead Samurai. I got that book in the mail today. That is the exclusive, limited to 100 copies. It's signed and numbered and remarked, and it's a pretty cool book. I was able to grab that off of Midtown. Midtown had one copy. I was the guy that got it. I was looking for that book for a long time, and I didn't want to pay $300. There was a couple websites that had it for like $300. I wasn't going to pay that much. And then the other book I got in the mail today, which I think is going to be very hard to find. I bought this also off Midtown. I paid $67 for it, so I know it's not It's not a cheap book, but man, this is a ghost book right now. This is Aliens versus Avengers, issue 2. This is the 1 in 25 Virgin Incentive cover by Esad Ribic. That book, I looked everywhere online, eBay, not one copy for sale. So I don't know. Could this be? It should at least be $100 book right now. I don't know, maybe even higher, but we'll see. It could be one of those books that's super, super rare, but nobody cares. You never know. It's like I talk about this book all the time. Ghost Lore #9. It's probably one of my favorite covers, especially one of my favorite covers that came out last year. This might be my favorite cover of 2024. And this book is just impossible. I'm trying to buy, I want to buy a second copy. I think the only chance I'm going to have is I'm going to try to buy it from the artist himself, Sebastian. I've been in contact with him on Instagram. He's been really nice. He usually responds to me, so maybe he'll sell me his personal copy when he gets to the States. I think he's coming to a convention in May of this year, so I'm going to try to grab his personal copy if I can. Maybe I'll get him to sign it and do a remark for me or something. Throw him some extra money, give him a little incentive. All right, guys, that's all I had for you. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Go get your comics, and I'll see you soon.